Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for a bench press day. Alright, new strategy to help deal with the heat. I'm back to shirtless training. It's been a very long time, hasn't it? It really has. It's been over a year, I think. Well, then at least people can see what I look like. It's really helping. It was getting bad trying to train in this heat. So I'm at the point where I've stripped off all the body fur, training shirtless down to the minimums. I have fans blowing, training earlier in the morning. I felt like I got a really good bench press set in. I did a nice long pause on rep 6. Felt like I left a rep in the tank. We're in a good place here. I think this is really going to help. Again, just dealing with the heat. And you know what? Again, there's no point in not letting people see what I look like. I'm not a physique guy. Everyone knows that. I'm not a bodybuilder. I don't train for bodybuilding. I haven't even done any cutting in quite a while. I eat a ridiculous amount of carbs. I'm just trying to get bigger and stronger without gaining body fat at this point. So for me, it's kind of just can I stay, at a healthy body fat, right? I just want to be at a healthy body fat. Make weight class easier, and I'm not that worried about all of that. Other than I'm doing some curls, because I have terrible arm genetics, so some curls certainly don't hurt. But overall, today's workout was quite good. The name of the game is just building lean tissue. I've got to get just enough volume in to keep growing. I'm going to keep the reps a little bit on the higher side. I think I need to stick with the strategy of doing the 315 for one good set. I don't need to do many days where I try to go up heavier, and I want to keep working towards that 10 reps on it. The same thing, I don't really want to drop down and do 7s or 8s on the flat benching. I need the chest development. Yes, I know my triceps are still probably the smallest muscle in my upper body. Relative, but I can do tricep extensions at the end. I'm going to push Skullcrushers, which I'm doing, and the long head stretch on those is crazy. I am still getting tricep DOMs. Sometimes it lasts all week and never go away just from doing those. It is what it is. I accept that, and it's because that long head, that was pointed out yesterday in the shirtless clip from behind. Some people said, my tricep long head, they could tell it was lagging. The guys who care about physique, and while I don't, we know that affects bench press, so I know I need to keep working those extensions. I need to continue to progress on the extensions, both get a good pump and a stretch on them, and have progressive overload. I ended up doing 2 types of back work today. I know everyone, when they saw the full back shot yesterday, they're like, wow. I had a couple of people chime in on some of the social media. It looks like a pro bodybuilder's back. I don't know. That might be a little bit of a stretch. But it doesn't mean that I need to quit working the back, because quite frankly, I need the grip training. You know what? More upper back is never going to hurt my squat, bench, and deadlift. Okay, it's going to help me stabilize my bench a lot. I think really controlling that eccentric when I go to max, I think it's going to be very valuable. So I'm going to keep pushing it, right? I'm going to keep pushing it. But, here's going to be the name of the game. That needs to grow, and yes, I'll do some curls for stabilization and everything, but I've got to continue to really thicken up all the muscles involved in the bench press. That's going to be pecs, delts, triceps. And I really have to emphasize the importance of the tissue growth. Okay, so today, again, just did real high quality sets with 245, sets of 10. I don't think I got 10 on all of them. I think it was like 9 on the last set or something. You start losing count when you get tired, and I'm sweating in the heat. But it's a good sweet spot for me. That weight right now, if I can just get stronger with that weight, I think I'll be in a good place. If I have to, I'll drop to 225 and go way up above 10s. I need the volume. I have to have it. I have got to get stronger on the incline, and I've got to bring my triceps up. Those 3 things, that is going to be what gets me to that 405 bench. But we can see there my triceps. This gives a very good view of them. We can kind of see where they are. I know that they need to get thicker, and I'm going to continue to really work them. I feel like my elbow tendons are in an extremely healthy place from all those months of band press downs. So I feel like I can really push the extensions hard. It's just that muscularly I'm running out of steam on them. They're just really, that stretch is messing with me. All right, incline. That first rep I misgrooved it. This set was hard. So I think even on incline, it's like I need to get stronger, but I've got to build work capacity. So I like doing a heavy set. I don't like that 225 for 5 is this hard. I don't like that, but we'll work on it. Okay, we'll work on it. And you guys will see in a minute my strategy on the rep work. People are going to be like, you're not touching the chest. Yeah, because I don't have enough weight to touch the chest. I can't touch my chest with an empty bar on the incline, by the way. People may not be aware of that. No matter what position I try to touch, I cannot get it to touch unless I pull and row as much force as I possibly can. So when I'm doing these, I'm just going down kind of as far as it'll go and pausing. So it's not me intentionally pausing above the chest. It's just letting everything stretch to where it will go to a deep stretch and just stopping instead of rowing. So all I'm doing here is doing what 135 will push down to without me actively rowing it down. This is just what gravity does. If I just let it stretch. So for me to touch like I do the 225, it's easier because it's enough weight to compress. It's one reason I'm really fast off the chest when you guys have seen me miss a max incline quite some time back. It like flew off the chest and then it stuck in the middle and I missed it. It's because of that, the way it stretches. Also, I decided to just do normal barbell rows today. Why not? These are great for grip training. It's kind of like, I'm like, well, the axle bar is grip, but that's off the floor. These, if because I'm having to hold them, this is phenomenal grip work. Like, let me work some of these in, right? Let me work some of these in. Just in between my incline to give me a second type of row, different angle, more grip training. All right, Skullcrushers. These are still incredibly hard. I mean, this is only 88 pounds. And that's because it's an 18-pound bar. For those curious, that's why it's an oddball number. So it's 88 pounds. The stretch is tremendous. It's like my triceps can barely handle this, especially after all the benching. The long head just gets absolutely destroyed. It actually, the long head hurts on those. So I know it's working that area and I have to keep growing it. We can see from those other shots it has to grow. And then since I'm doing all this rowing, now I don't have to care as much about the grip component of my curls. Now it's like, let me just take a nice weight, get a full range of motion, take sets right about to the edge of failure, right? And this is about all I can handle, about 16 reps. And it pretty much was failure on the third set, right? Just come in, do these little 28-pound dumbbells, just take them to limit sets in between my Skullcrushers as a superset. And then I'll just build some bicep from it, right? Just continue to work on the biceps there, purely from a hypertrophy perspective. And I may work the power curls back in. I like the power curls. I do feel there's a recovery component to deal with when we accumulate the fact that I'm doing bent over rows, all those good mornings. I do have to factor that in. And I'll probably work them back in. I may work hammer curls back in. But just rotating through the movements will let me get the bicep volume in, without quite the risk of overuse. And again, it is purely just a full range of motion pump exercise at this point. Again, it's just to make sure that my biceps are getting some stimulus after the rowing. Because again, at the end of the day, some of that stuff does sell, and I am selling strength coaching services, but a lot of my clients do care. So, probably not a bad idea, to get in and do some curls a little bit. Particularly because they can also stabilize my bench. All the muscles of the upper body matter. But, for me, arms have always been a weak link. So it's the one thing I'll probably do some smaller exercises for like that. But the triceps, I really have to push hard. And I do have to think about the tension and things on these. And I do really have to think about progressive overload. So again, with the Skullcrushers, I'm trying to get better at bringing them down into that stretch to the face at the bottom there. So you guys kind of see what I'm doing, just a little bit of a roll. But that stretch is tremendous. But the beauty of it is that since I'm not using a whole lot of weight on this, it's not beating recovery up much. I do need to get stronger at these. I have to get my bench up. Got to continue to bring the triceps up. But again, because of all the other pressing I'm doing first, I think that really is one of the best exercises I could be doing to kind of finish them off. So very happy with today's workout. Again, just going to have to keep laying down new lean tissue to get my bench up. So I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.